Guess there's no gamepad. But let's see. Let's get into this shit. Okay. Let's be safe for a little bit. No, it's too loud.
It's time to blow out the candles. Remember to make a wish, honey.
That's my boy.
Very good.
Happy birthday, son. Did you see that, Dad? Man, they grow up fast. I bet you can remember my 6th birthday like it was yesterday.
Yes.
Mary, could you please clean up? Lucius can help you with the dishes. He can stay up later this evening to play with his new toys, but in bed no later than 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, man. I think I might turn on the VSync. There's no reason not to. My display is only 60 Hz anyway. Oh my god, it appeared out of nowhere. It's the devil. Or the inside.
It's almost 10 o'clock. Get ready for bed.
I don't like it. Let's do as much. Fun. Mess things up. Oh, kill him. She did. She did.
Hello? Somebody let me out!
think that would kill her one night. Maybe. Maybe.
If I put the pieces together, this all started years back, with the arrival of a new life. Dante Manor was a place filled with darkness, and there were outward ambitions and hidden histories in that house. I tried to help. I should not have become so involved. But how these things unfold when we are thrust on the scene, I can't account for it all. For my part in these events, I waive responsibility. But it's there. It's a mark. A mark I should have noticed. At its source, at the center of it all, was the boy.
How are you supposed to notice that? Seriously. Don't blame yourself, sir.
Lucius, there you are, and here I am, finally, face to face. It's okay. You can trust me. You know who I am, don't you? I've come to speak to you about your calling, my boy. Each offering you bring me will make you big and mighty. It's a simple thing to do, Lucius. You can influence your future and become a master over all.
Master.
But oh, so much to do. So much ahead of you. I have some things for the birthday boy. There, on the desk. You'll need this notebook. It will help you on your journey. Excellent. And look, a flashlight. This will help you find your way around at night. Go ahead, pick up your new toys and see how they work. Such a bright boy. Now, Lucius, you need to do a little something. It is important that you are not caught. In the kitchen, you left the lock on the freezer door. You will need to get that padlock, Lucius, and hide it where nobody can find it. Otherwise, they will discover you. And believe me, you wouldn't want that to happen. Go now, get the padlock, before the adults wake up.
Detective McGuffin, what do we got here?
It looks like a cardiac arrest, sir. The woman collapsed in the walk-in freezer. This was probably caused by the sudden change of temperature. She was in her mid-50s.
Typical of women her age. Did you talk with the owner of the house?
No, sir. They're waiting for you in the kitchen.
Lies. Lies.
How can something like this happen, Detective?
Was it a seizure of some kind?
We'll look into it, but it looks like a case of misadventure. I'd ask that you stay clear of the kitchen and keep staff away while we clean up. Just relax and focus on getting life back to normal.
Thanks, Detective. We'll try our best.
One of the worst speeches ever. There's a lot of loading in this game. That's why I go around killing people. Hurry up.
Hi, Jean. Thank goodness you're here. Things are a mess. This could have real negative repercussions in an election year.
It's a private matter, and an unfortunate accident. The press will keep out of it. I've seen to that.
I could always count on you, Jean. Make yourself at home while I tidy up some papers. Just ring for Alistair if you need anything.
Take all the time you need.
It's kind of like Jean. If it's five, sometimes she doesn't say hate when it smokes. And the dynamo kills me.
Don't worry, Lucius. Mary is now in a much better place, along with her husband. Try not to bother your father today, dear. Jean is here, and they have business to take care of.
Fuck Jean.
Can't you see I'm performing a delicate operation here? Why don't you go downstairs and watch TV or something?
What's this guy?
I know he can be a bit odd, but be a sweetheart and be polite to Jean. He is a guest in our house after all.
Okay.
Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you.
Can't even walk in. That's creepy.
How are your lessons going? Go ahead. I wasn't even watching it. Stop creeping around, Lucius. You're making me nervous. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I... Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. How are your lessons going? Stop creeping around, Lucius. You're making me nervous. Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. How are your lessons going?
So I can't get spot.
Can't you see I'm performing a delicate operation here? Why don't you go downstairs and watch TV or something?
Don't worry, Lucius. Mary is
Okay, Mom.
now in a much better place, along with her husband. Try not to bother your father today, dear. Jean is here, and they have business to take care of. I know he can be a bit odd, but be a sweetheart and be polite to Jean. He is a guest in our house after all.
time is 10:40 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. How are your lessons going? Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. Stop creeping around, Lucius. You're making me nervous. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you.
Have you cleaned up your room yet? I have told you 1,000 times, you have to clean up your room first.
Hey, I'm working here. This is not for children.
Did you remember to brush your teeth? Don't make me remind you again.
Hello, boy.
It's funny how that helps.
Lucius, I told you, this stuff is not for children.
My bathroom. Confused.
Did you remember to brush your teeth? Don't make me remind you again.
How are your lessons going? Stop creeping around, Lucius. You're making me nervous. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. Oops. Well, accidents do happen. I'm sure it's all right. How are your lessons going?
Shut up, Gene. Fucking tool.
Oh.
Stop creeping around, Lucius. You're making me nervous. Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you. How are your lessons going? Stop creeping around, Lucius. You're making me nervous. Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you. How are your lessons going? Have you seen my matches?
Hi, Jean. Thank goodness you're here. Things are a mess. This could have real negative repercussions in an election year.
Hey, I'm working here. This is not for children.
Can't you see I'm performing a delicate operation here? Why don't you go downstairs and watch TV or something?
Don't worry, Lucius. Mary is now in a much better place, along with her husband.
Well, there you are, Lucius. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you. How are your lessons going?
What can I say, Mr. Wagner? This is a real unfortunate series of events. Quite uncanny.
Gene was my campaign manager and a friend of the family for many years. I'll be lost without him.
I know this must be a difficult time for you, but we really must do an investigation here. I'll need to speak to your handyman about the gas leak. This shouldn't have happened. I had a feeling there was something weird going on in that house. I couldn't quite yet put the pieces together, so I took a step back for a while, let it brew. And after a few weeks, the call came in. Just when things were getting back to normal, there'd been another accident in that godforsaken house. It happened on a rainy day. I think it was Tuesday. The janitor, who was known to be quite the drinker, was fixing a bathroom in the lower west wing.
Hello, Lucius. Here we are again. You have been doing very well, haven't you? My, you make me proud. But I must teach you some of the more, let us say, subtle arts which you can use. You can train your mind to move objects at your will. Here, let me show you how. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Now you know what to do, my son. You must continue with your mission and bring me souls. Be careful, but show no mercy.
Kill someone with the piano.
I hate to tell you this, Mr. Wagner, but it seems your handyman was drunk as a skunk. He was an accident waiting to happen.
I was going to fire him after the other incidents, but I just didn't have the heart. It's hard enough to keep the staff here with recent events.
You can't blame yourself. This might be the worst case of professional neglect I've ever come across. While this might explain the gas leak, it still doesn't explain the death in the walk-in cooler. The autopsy on the maid was inconclusive, but we're still working on the theory she had a poor heart or circulation problems and fainted.
Did you know Jed is in the house? You should say hi to him.
Did you remember to brush your teeth? Don't make me remind you again.
Hello, Lucius. You know you shouldn't be. Well, now that you're here, you can carry those boxes to the freezer. They're not too heavy. What the hell? Why'd that damn lamp explode? How can I use a saw now if I can't see nothing? Hey, Lucius, go and find me some new lamps, will you? I need to keep working here. Hey, Lucius, go and find me some new lamps, will you? I need to keep working here. Get me some new lamps, Lucius. Thanks.
This situation is ridiculous, Mr. Wagner, and I'm holding off the Bureau from launching an inquiry. I'm posting a deputy at the house. It's more for your own protection.
I wish I could explain these as more than accidents, but I can't think of a motive. I can't imagine how anyone could have gotten away with this.
We'll get to the bottom of it. Just consider this house on lockdown until something comes up. It wasn't a pretty sight. Heads sawn in half and blood everywhere. These freak accidents were keeping me up at night. 4 deaths in 4 months, all apparent accidents. But I had my doubts. I still had no clear suspects, no motives, no way to even start an investigation. At this point, I was only sure about one thing. It was not going to end here. I was right about that.
Yeah.
Another month went by when we got the call to go back to the house, but this time it was different. This time, it was murder.
Be a good boy, Lucius, and see if Alistair needs help.
Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul.
Do you know I saw a crow outside today? I don't think I've ever seen one here before.
Thanks. Yeah, upstairs.
What are you doing here? I'm busy. I don't have time for you right now. Where the hell is Jovita? I'm hungry.
Hey there, boy. Don't do drugs.
Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul. Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the
Where
same
the
time.
hell is Jovita?
Now
I'm
I know
hungry.
why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul. Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul.
Sorry, Lucius. I'm just a little tired.
People talking about ghosts and spirits.
Did you remember to brush your teeth? Don't make me remind you again.
Hey, I'm working here. This is not for children.
I think I'm in love. You know, your uncle sure is something special.
Couldn't sleep at all last night. Had this dream where I was burning alive. There's nothing I could do about it.
That's awful, man. It sounds like you're stressed. You know what relaxes me when I'm nervous? Jazz, Will. Jazz. You like jazz? Huh?
I'm really not a jazz man.
Well, you just haven't heard the right stuff. I had a tape from my band.
I think I'm in love. You know, your uncle sure is something special.
I'm just not sure where it is right now. Have you seen it? I left it inside the car.
No, man. I haven't seen any tapes here. Maybe Jovita took it when she was clean.
Do they have a lost and found box somewhere?
I'm not sure. I'd imagine they do.
told me to get rid of these bloody rats before Thanksgiving. I'd like to see her getting up off her fat ass and try it. Don't touch that, Lucius. That's poison, and it's highly lethal. She just keeps bossing people around. Jovita said she has to bring her more food every 5 minutes. She surely is quite the ball of lard, that lady.
Lucius, what are you doing up? Go back to your bed right now. Lucius, what are you doing up? Go back to your bed right now. Lucius, what are you doing up? Go back to your bed right now.
Apparently, it makes it a lot harder to change.
Hey, son, you should be in bed. Let's go find your...
Lucius, what are you doing up? Go back to your bed right now.
way upstairs.
Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul. Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul. Lucius, look what you did! Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul.
To give it more lines than that.
Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Hello, Lucius. Hello, Lucius. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest her soul. Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Hello, Lucius.
I've been here a month now. How long do they think they can just squander valuable police resources on babysitting?
What are you
these
doing
slobs?
here? I'm busy, and I don't have time for you right now.
Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary was always so flustered. God rest. Hey, guapo, I don't really have time for you right now. Agnes is waiting for me. Clean up, bring her food, go do everything at the same time. Now I know why Mary always so flustered. God bless their souls.
This is a clear case of poisoning, and I need to interview everyone in the house again. Who prepares the food around here now?
I think it was Jovita. But I can't imagine she would be capable of something like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why is this happening?
It's for me to decide who is capable of what, Mr. Wagner. Would you consider vacating the house for a couple weeks until things calm down?
We can't possibly do that, Mr. MacGuffin. This is our home. We want to set things right.
The autopsy showed that she was poisoned. After questioning everyone in the house, it seemed nearly all of them had some reason to dislike her. Jovita, the Latina maid, was the one who brought food to her. But this wasn't enough to press charges. I had no evidence of tampering. Christmas was just around the corner, and I got an invite from Mr. Wagner to join them for dinner. I had my doubts about sharing a table with a possible murderer, but I had to know more. But before I had any chance to snoop around, something else happened. No witnesses, no evidence. Something that can happen only on some very specific circumstances. Right weather, right spot, and the right time.
Ah, my boy. Such prodigious results. I am thoroughly impressed with you. Listen, I have something else to teach you. You have the ability, deep inside you, to look into people's minds and tell them what to do. Let's unlock this ability together. Now, follow my instructions. Oh, very good. That's my boy. Oh, very good. Now, to continue your journey, Lucius, with your new skills, you should avoid detection and reap more souls for me.
I know we've had our difficulties this year, but don't let that ruin our Christmas. As a family, we have each other. We should remember our friends and our faithful employees we have lost.
I'm not sure how you expect to win another term in the Senate with speeches like that.
Dad. Alistair, could you bring another bottle of Burgundy, please? And on your way, could you turn on the Christmas lights?
Certainly, sir.
Alright guys, so this is the end of part 1 of Lucius. We're gonna end on the Christmas one, and should be streamed Monday night in my new house. So I'll see you guys there. Later.